Pleasant morning, children. Happy to see you all again. Today, we are going to learn the remaining steps in the agricultural practices. And in previous session, we have learned up to the traditional method of irrigation. Today, we are going to start with the modern method of irrigation. Can you remember what irrigation is? Yes, very good. It is the supply of water to the crops at regular interval of time. What is the use of modern method of irrigation? It avoids the wastage of water. So what is the system followed here? Sprinkler system and drip system. In sprinkler system, perpendicular pipes with rotating nozzles on top are joined to the main pipeline. So here it is a perpendicular pipes and which is connected to the rotating nozzles on the top. So the work of the rotating nozzle is to provide water in all direction. Under the pressure, with help of a pump, water escape from the rotating nozzle. So by the pressure of the pump, the water is get escaped through the nozzles and it looks like raining. It is useful in the uneven land like coffee plantation, lawns and several other crops. So it is very beneficial to the farmers. And drip irrigation. Water falls drop by drop directly near the roots. So it is providing the water near to the roots and the wastage of water is get reduced here. It is a best technique for watering the fruit plants, garden and trees. Next step, it is protection from weeds. What is weed and what is weeding? Disadvantages of weeds and how to avoid these weeds. Methods used to remove the weeds. First, what is weed? Undesirable plant that grow near the crop. So that is called weeds. It is the unwanted plant which is growing near to the crop. That is weeds. What is weeding? The process of removal of the weeds. So we are removing the unwanted plant. That process is called as weeding. What is the disadvantages of these weed? It grabs the nutrients, water, space, light provided to the crops. So it is just grabbing the nutrient, water and space, light which is we are providing to the crops. So it affects the growth of the plant. So they can't able to give the good yield. Some weeds are poisonous too. So how can we avoid these weeds? It can be done by the tilling process. So can you remember this tilling process? It is done in the preparation of the soil. So before sowing, it helps in uprooting and killing the weeds. So we are just uprooting the weeds and killing them. These weeds dry up in the land and they are mixed with the soil. Best time to remove the weeds is they produce flowers and seed. So before this stage, we have to uproot the weeds. Why it is so? If they started to produce the flowers and seeds, even if you uproot, they again and again they start to germinate. So it is very hard to kill the weeds. So before they produce flowers and seeds, we have to uproot the weeds. And what is the method used? By the manual method, we are just uprooting or cutting the weeds close to the ground. That is done with the help of kurpi and seed drill. What is the chemical treatment? It is by using the 2,4-D. What is that D? It is dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. It is diluted with water and it is sprayed. It does not damage the crop. It should be sprayed during the vegetative growth of the weed. So you know the reason why we are spraying during the vegetative growth. Disadvantages. It affects the health of the farmer. So we have to follow some safety method that they have to cover their nose and mouth with the piece of the cloth. Next process is harvesting. Harvesting is nothing but cutting of crops after it is matured. The crops is get matured and we are cutting the crops. That process is called harvesting. Pulled out or cut closed to the ground. So what are the method used? Manual method, it is sickle. So it is the tool which is used to cut the matured crop. And the machine is also used. It is called harvester. After harvesting, threshing process, that is grain seeds need to be separated from the chaff. Threshing and harvesting can be done at the same time with the combined machine. And next process, it is winnowing. It is separates the grain and the chaff. Next, the final step, it is storage. Safe from moisture, insect, rat and microorganism. So we have to safeguard the grains from these factors. Harvested grains have the moisture, that they have the moisture content in them. If it is stored without drying, it may get spoiled by the microorganism and even they make them unfit for the germination. So we have to go for drying process. Drying avoids attack of pest, bacteria and fungi. Methods of storing. We can store in the jute bags and in the metallic bins. If you are storing in the large scale, the silos and granaries can be used. If you are storing in home, dried neem leaves is used to avoid the attack of pest and the microorganism. If it is done in the godowns, chemical treatment is used. Next, it is food from animals. We know clearly that human have to depend on plant and animal for their food. So here I have listed some animal sources, that is milk, egg and meat. Milk is provided by cow, buffalo, goat and camel, and egg is by hen and the duck, and meat is by hen, goat and the fish. Coastal people consume fish as their major diet. It is good for health, and this fish contains cod liver oil which is rich in vitamin D. Animals are reared at homes or in farms. That is, we are growing animals either in home or else in the farm. It should be provided with proper food, shelter and care. If this rearing process is done in the large scale, it is called as animal husbandry. So this is about this chapter. Thank you, students.